This letter was written 21 years ago, almost to the day. It was written to my address in London at the time, flat 42 Barons Court Road, West Kensington, where I lived as I was teaching in West London, which, funny enough, was a few doors down the road from where Gandhi lived as a law student in about 1909. But I was teaching at Hammersmith and West London College, and this was the permanent appointment supposed to lecture in business communication. And it was for £24,441 per annum, SCP8. So that's the lecture scale started at 5. So SCP8 was 4 levels up the lecture scale. I worked that year, so that was 9. And then senior lecturer would have been 10. So I was basically on the verge of senior lecturer when I resigned, and I was nearly 38 years old. So the reference written to me in February 2006, I was 38 years old in 2006. Said Mark worked as a lecturer at the Hammersmith side of Ealing, Hammersmith and West London College between September 2003 and July 2005. He taught across a range of business courses, mostly within his English communication specialism. I line managed Mark during this time and am pleased to act as a referee for him. Mark was a willing and committed individual who puts much effort and energy into his teaching preparation and delivery. Specifically, Mark taught in a conscientious and thorough manner key skills communication studies to a number of BTEC first groups at level 2. Level 3 delivered across both English and project units were part of an access to business course. In addition, Mark successfully taught IELTS English as part of an International Business Foundation program and the Organisation Behaviour Unit within an HND business course. So I actually taught HND. Mark was liked by his students. I always found him to be totally reliable and deeply committed to everybody's mind to. He entered fully into the work and activities of the business division and demonstrated a depth of character and a genuine love of teaching. This was especially noticeable when we worked with small groups of students or on a one-to-one basis with them. Mark also took an active role in student enrollment, setting assessments and partaking out of college student activities. I valued the contribution Mark made while I worked with him and wish him well in his future career. So that was written by the program manager, David Bell, who was at Hammersmith and West London College. So I was nearly 38 years old. I had my PGC from the University of Greenwich. I did the teaching placement at South Thames College. So that was there 3 years of teaching in London, plus several years of teaching in Asia. But I never really worked again for many years. I found that the application forms were like 20 pages long. The cost of rent was you just get a room in someone's house, and it just didn't seem very fair at all. The streams of traffic going into London, and yet you couldn't even afford a car, didn't even have a computer, and yet you had a postgraduate level teacher training and a reference like this. It just seemed so unfair. I didn't work again for many years.